One of the worst fears for a film photographer is accidentally opening the camera while the roll is still inside. And that's what happened to me. So if you want to know how I managed to save some of my pictures, stay tuned. Back in the holidays, I took my film camera with me, originally to make a video comparing the look of film versus digital. So I got a couple of boxes of AE-400, shot a roll of it, and asked the TSA agents to hand check them, which they did, and oddly enough they were nice about it too. Returning home, I noticed that I had a shot left, so I took a pic of the sunset. And you know what happens when you finish a roll, right? You press the sprocket release button and you crank it to rewind. So that's what I did. Oddly enough, it felt a little bit tighter than usual, but I hadn't shot film in a while, so I thought it was my imagination. Thus, I kept rewinding. And then I felt and heard that moment that tells you that everything is tucked nicely inside the canister, when I noticed that the lever had fallen down, and that the backplate had opened ever so slightly. So I shot the backplate as hard and fast as I could and covered my camera with all my blankets. As you can tell, I started panicking. I didn't trust that the camera wouldn't open again accidentally during the trip to the lab, so with that in mind, I saw that all the precious photos of my vacation were gone. I struggled to think of a solution until I got something. I carefully entered the blanket fort and in complete darkness took out the roll. I wasn't able to rewind it manually, so I stored it inside an insulated water bottle, and that's where I kept the lab. I thought, well, these pictures are already lost, you know. I'm gonna send it to the lab just in case, but chances are that I'm just going to waste my money. I wasn't really expecting anything, so you can only imagine my surprise when I got the email back from the lab. So let's see my brought back from the dead photos, shall we? With these first photos, you can immediately tell that something went wrong. I believe that the blanket fort wasn't completely sealed, so while getting the roll inside the bottle, the film casted some shadows upon itself, and that's the sprocket holes you can see here. The lab actually didn't scan all of this, and I don't blame them. I tried to do so myself, and yeah. You can even tell from the negatives that this part received some serious damage. Now, I don't completely blame the accident for the look of these ones. This was at night and I didn't have a tripod with me, so these were going to be terribly underexposed anyways. And then we kick in with the mostly good ones, like this one. This will be completely technically perfect if I cropped it, but I actually enjoy the aesthetic of it. Can't really blame the accident for this blurry pic though. This one I tried to fix a little in Lightroom since I got it like this from the lab, and well, you be the judge. Again, my bad. If anything, these are two perfectly good pictures instead. These ones came out like this from the lab. I tried scanning them with my digital camera, and despite lacking a proper scanner, you can make out more details. And this one was after the trip, a landmark of the city I now live in. So yeah, an interesting episode to say the least. In some of the unaffected frames you can tell the actual look and feel of the Fuji 400 stock I shot with, which by the way is my first time using and I really dig the results. As for the most affected pictures, well, it's all part of the process, am I right? Part of the charm of shooting film is engaging with the delayed gratification of an inherently risky format. And sometimes you win the gamble with surprising results, and sometimes you just lose. I was somewhat disappointed, however, that now I can't do my original planned video of film versus digital, but at least I got the opportunity to tell this story. And don't worry, I still have plenty of rolls to do that. In the meanwhile, stay tuned for the next video, where we compare a mirrorless camera with the newest iPhone. I'm Kevin Chaires, and I'll see you in the next one.